guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Leia. In today's video, I am so excited because I am going to be using the new ColourPop and Frozen 2 collection. I think this collection is so beautiful. When I saw on Treadmood's Instagram, like the reveal of the collection, I was like, wow, they were so on point with the theme. Like the Anna palette looks exactly like what you would expect Anna to wear, and the Elsa palette looks exactly like what you would expect Elsa to wear. I have them right here. They're both so pretty, so beautiful, and so just like on brand. Like this is exactly like, you know, what they are, and the shades definitely reflect that. I am going to be doing swatches of both palettes, and then I did do an eye look on this. I used the Elsa palette, and the only reason I did that is because it allows me to step outside my comfort zone. I am definitely someone that stays in the neutral comfort zone. Look at how pretty those palettes are. This was my pretty much first impression because I've never used them. This is my first time using them. But yeah, I'm pretty much of a neutrals girl, so definitely the Elsa palette allowed me to step outside of that. And I really liked how it turned out. It's definitely not something that I'll wear all the time, but I'm going to enjoy wearing it today. And I have not seen the movie, but when I do, I'm going to wear this eye look to the movie. If I don't recreate something with the Anna palette, I will wear this eye look. I really liked how it came out. My only critique is that I used Flurry, which is the middle shade. It's definitely not intended for your eye at all. It notes that on the box. If you look on the boxes, it tells you what shades are not meant for your eye area. So in the Anna palette, it is the shade Arendelle. So basically that middle shade is glitter, and it could damage your pupil. So it's definitely not meant for the eye area. It says it on the boxes. I used it, and I let you know why in the tutorial why I used it. However, after I did it, I kind of didn't really like it because the glitter was falling everywhere, and it was falling inside my eyes. Thankfully, like, I'm a contact lens wearer, so it didn't like damage my eyes. But in the future, I probably will not be using it. It's really beautiful to look at in the palette, and I understand in a way why ColourPop does put those in the palettes, but they're not really wearable because you're not really going to wear, you know, that shade on your body. You're going to want to wear it on your eye because it's an eyeshadow palette. However, again, I would not be using it on my eye. If you want to, I don't really recommend you using them on the eye, but if you're comfortable with it, you do you, boo. Do what you want to do. But yeah, I do not recommend using those two middle glitter shades on the eye, but everything else I absolutely loved, and you will see it in the tutorial how great shadows they are, how blendable they are, how pigmented they are. I wasn't really sure going into it what kind of look I wanted, but I really liked this one. So anyways, I will leave timestamps in the video of the swatches and also the makeup tutorial. So I would love to have you here for future videos. Please do subscribe, and if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. Okay, so I already laid down some powder. This is the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 10 Fair Light. I always like to lay down some type of powder because I do my foundation first, and it catches like fallout if the shadows do have fallout. So I don't know. I feel like these palettes are just both so beautiful, but I think I might go with the Elsa palette just because I don't know. I feel like this is something I normally wouldn't kind of go for. And it's very like cool tone. So I feel like I want to try to step outside of my comfort zone and go with something like this. But definitely the Anna palette is really beautiful. But I honestly feel like this is something... Oh no, I just dug my finger into the shade. Perfect. But I feel like this is something that I would probably go with. Like, this is such a neutral look with, you know, small little pops of gold or like a berry color but this is definitely something that's way more out of my comfort zone. So I'm going to go ahead and use this palette today. So wish me luck. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the Elsa palette. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in a little bit so you can see what I am doing on my eyes. I'm going to start with the shade Fire. It's this like really cool toned light brownie pinky color, and I'm going to lay that down in my crease to start our crease work. And I'm just going to go ahead and take my Sephora Pro Crease number 10 brush and just start laying that down in the crease. Windshield motions side to side. And first impression right off the bat, I mean, that is a really pigmented shadow. I'm not really getting, there's a little bit of kick up in the pan, not literally too much, not anything that like bothers me. Again, fallout and stuff doesn't bother me because everything can be cleaned up. I care about like how good the quality of the palette is in terms of like pigmentation and blendability. So that's what I look for most in a palette. But this is like a really pretty color. It's definitely like a soft, like dusty pink shade. So it works good as a transition shade. So again, I'm just going to go in the crease, kind of take it up a little bit high on the brow bone. Windshield wiper motions side to side, and then little circles as well. Now taking my MAC 217 brush, I'm going to start going in with Spindrift. That is that really like that deep maroon dark burgundy shade on the bottom. It is matte, so I'm gonna go ahead and lay that kind of like down in my crease some more, but like my lower crease, and almost like creating my lower crease and then outer V area. So just gonna take that color and then tap off a little bit and then start building that up on my crease and my lower crease. And blending away. I can tell like these are good shadows, but really like ColourPop makes good everything. They are like a makeup mega powerhouse. They pop off launches literally, I feel like almost every day or every other day, but they are consistent with their formulas. Like I've never bought anything from ColourPop that I do not like, whether it was their eyeshadows. I've also tried their concealers. I don't even know. Oh, their brow product. I don't know. Their brow gel. I like a lot of their stuff. So they're very consistent with their products of the quality. And they're also really, really affordable and like the perfect price point. And it's like, I don't know. It's just good. It's like better than drugstore and just like high-end quality and like cute. Like this is freaking cute. Like who wouldn't want this in like their vanity or just their makeup collection? It's just cute. It's cute. ColourPop is consistent with their cuteness. So yep, just kind of blending this into that crease, and then we're going to take it on the other side as well. These mattes are blending out really well. I still don't have any fallout at all. But next I'm going to take the shade Winter, which is just, I mean, you can't have an Elsa palette without some pretty like periwinkle blue. And I'm going to go ahead and like pop that also in my crease a little bit. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but I'm going to give it a try. Part of like seeing if a palette works is just playing with it. And that's exactly what I'm doing today. I don't really know what look I'm going to actually come up with, but I'm just going to play around with it and see what happens. This is the Morphe M433 brush. It's a new brush. I'm just going to pop that periwinkle color on and go ahead and just start building this color into the crease as well and seeing what that does. So it almost right off the bat looks like it's just kind of turning it into like almost a purple, which I'm not really good with my color wheel, but do like a pink and blue make purple. That kind of actually sounds right. I'll figure it out, but I mean, it's just really turning that color pretty. Like that's a pretty good looking crease color. It's very Elsa. I think I'm ready for Arendelle. Oh, I still have yet to see the movie. I'm dying to go. Not sure when I'm gonna go, but hopefully sometime this week I can actually get there. I don't care if I don't have children and if I'm an adult. I don't care. I will be there to see the movies. So Can't wait. Have not seen any spoilers on the movie. All I've heard is that it's really, really cute. So I wasn't expecting anything less. I'm really not good at cut creases, but I'm actually going to give it a try today. I've done it a couple times and it's a work in progress, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. I'm just going to use the Tarte Shade Tape, which I did use under my eye. And I'm going to dabble a couple of dabs. And then I've learned to like look up, and that's exactly where I'm going to cut it. Exactly where your like crease naturally will cut. I do think I put a lot of product on, but whatever, I'll blend it out. And this is a Morphe M170 brush. It's just a really fine like concealer brush. It has that really nice point. So I'm going to go ahead and try to cut this crease real sharp. Let's see how good I do. I mean, it's not the best I've done, but it's not horrible either. It's whatever. It's doable. So I'm going to go ahead and work on the other eye now too. And hopefully in time, my cut creases will get better along with putting on lashes. I'm horrible with putting on lashes. So hopefully that gets better too as time goes by. And if you guys have better techniques for doing a really sharp cut crease, please do let me know in the comments. I'd like to know. I'm always available to learn. I'm always a student. That's as good as it's gonna get. I'll work on it a little bit later. Not really sure what I want to do for my lid shade. Let me look at Ice Crystals. That's pretty. Northern Lights. That's pretty too. And then Cuddle Close. I think that's what it's called. Cuddle Close. Yep. Cuddle Close. I almost feel like I really want to go in. I feel like this would look really pretty. This one's Northern Lights, but dang, this color is so pretty right here. I feel like I want to do that. Ice Crystals. I don't know if it'll go, but I think I want to give it a try. So I'm going to go in with Ice Crystals. And this is my MAC 242 brush. And I'm just going to place that on my lid and see what happens. Oh. Really pretty. That definitely lives up to its name. It's super icy. It looks like ice crystals. Wow, it's really pretty. I really like that. Again, it's very Arendelle, very on point with the theme of Frozen or Elsa. Because she is the Ice Queen. So, I mean, this is super fitting. Usually I put on my lid colors with my finger too to make it like extra like sparkly, just to give it like the most pigment possible. I don't even know if it's because I kind of cut the crease a little bit, but I honestly think even not cutting the crease, it would have still came out this super like vibrant, this super like, I don't know, this is like bold. It would have still came out probably the same. I almost feel like, in the nicest way possible, I'm starting to look like Mimi from the Drew Carey show. In the nicest way possible, because I do think this is really, really pretty, but because I don't do looks like this, I feel like, oh my god, this is so out of my comfort zone. I wish I had like a darker, like chocolate brown in the palette so I could smoke out the crease a little bit more. It seems like this, I don't even know how to say this, Spindrift. Seems like Spindrift is probably the darkest. It's just that dark maroon shade. I think that's the darkest in the palette. There is a shade Awakened, which is not dark. It's like a lighter kind of, it almost looks like a burnt cranberry shade, but it does have a little bit of sparkle. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and take Spindrift again and kind of like re-deepen that crease. Like mix them both together and see what happens. I mean, let's try it out. I just want to make sure that there's no like weird transition between the two shades, and that it blends seamlessly. Interesting. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Actually really do like that so far. I really want to use this flurry color. It totally reminds me of like Olaf. By feeling it, here, let me make sure my finger is like clean. I still have that Awaken color on. I'm curious to know if these actually do stain as well. Every time you work with like reds or anything like super pigmented colored shadows, they tend to like stain your eyelids or even your finger. Like those two shades, just by swatching them on my finger, they did stain a little bit, but let me see this flurry color. It literally looks like it's just glitter. I wonder if I can just put that straight on my lid to see how that looks, or am I gonna have to put down like a base? But I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try first and see what happens. Okay. Definitely I'm getting like some kind of fallout, kind of like falling down my cheek, but there is still some that is stained. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this, but I'm assuming that you probably do want to put like a glitter glue type base and maybe it'll stick better. But it definitely gives your eye some like sparkle, some pizzazz. I know ColourPop makes a formula that's in their palettes that's not intended for the like immediate eye area. I almost feel like this is that formula. So if you're uncomfortable with using this type of shadow, don't use it on your eye. I'm actually fairly comfortable with it only because I wear contact lenses. So I know it's not going to directly touch my eyelid in any way, but again, that's just me. If you don't want to put it on your lid, definitely skip that step. Oh, okay, so it has an asterisk, and the only one on the names that has an asterisk next to it is the shade Flurry. So yes, that's the shade that's not intended for the immediate eye area, which is the shade Flurry, and it's the middle shade that just like beautiful glittery, I can't even talk today. Oh, let's try again. That beautiful glittery shade in the middle, Flurry. So again, do not put it on your eye if that's something that you are uncomfortable with. Again, I wear contact lenses, so it doesn't really bother me that much because I feel like my eye or my pupil is pretty protected by my contact lens. And I'm actually like patting pretty hard on my lid. So, well, not hard, but like heavy enough. So hopefully it stays. Also, I think if you were to put down a glitter glue, it'll hold better because you would have some kind of sticky base or adhesive to hold on to. So I'm gonna just go ahead and keep patting this on. Well, this turned very bold real quickly. Okay. For the lower lash line, I'm gonna take this Morphe E36 brush and I'm gonna put down Spindrift kind of like on the outside of my lower lash line. So to kind of just pick it up, tap off the extra eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put this down on the outer lower lash line area. Okay, somehow I went pretty close to the inner corner, so I guess I'm just gonna lay that down on pretty much the whole lower lash line, making it a little bit thick. Sometimes I like to stay pretty thin, but I kind of want it to be more dramatic smoky, so I'm kind of blowing it out a little bit. I'm just gonna take that MAC 217 brush that we use for our crease work, and I'm gonna take Awaken, that shimmery one, the shimmery like kind of like cranberry shade, and I'm gonna go ahead and further like blend that out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take Winter, the periwinkle blue color, on that same brush. You know, now we're kind of just blending colors together, so I don't mind that they're on the same brush. And I'm going to go ahead and drop that down as well on the lower lash line and further blend it out. And then last, I'm going to go back in with Fire, which is just that first shade that we use, which is like the muted dusty pink color. And I'm just going to kind of clean up the lower lash line again. I'm gonna go ahead and pop a thin line of liner on top because I am gonna put some lashes on and I want them to look, you know, liner just helps out your lashes so they look like your regular lashes. I picked these Tarte, I think Lily Pons. It's a collaboration. I don't exactly know who she is, but it's a collaboration with Lily Pons lashes, and they are so pretty. I like these a lot. When I saw them, I was like, wow, these are exactly the type of lashes that I like. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these on and come back and finish the rest of my makeup. Okay, my lashes are on, and wow, these lashes are super dramatic. They're very flirty and long and like fluttery. I really, really like them. And I feel like my look is now complete with the eyes, that is. I went ahead and put some black liner on my waterline and also my tight line. And I'm going to go ahead and start dusting off all this powder that I still have underneath my eyes. I'm going to pop some of this Cuddle Close into my tear duct. It's that pretty shade right there. I'm gonna take my Makeup Geek. Again, this is like a concealer brush, but I've always used it for inner corner. I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that and pop it into the inner corner of my eye and highlight that. That almost like, I don't know if it's the shade because I haven't done my swatches yet, but it almost like has like a shift to it. It's like, it's not straight up like a white shimmery shade. It has like a I don't even know how, monographic or chrome, or you know those highlights that they came out with, like that they had like that shift to them. Like some of them have like a blue undertone, a pink undertone, a blue undertone. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But it definitely does go really well with this look, but it does have a kind of like shift to it. A holographic, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point, but I will figure it out. And for my next video, if I have a highlight like that, I'll know exactly what to say. But man, this like inner corner highlight just is the icing on this look. It is so pretty. And it just matches so stinking well. I'm still waiting on my lashes to dry. They are still a little bit wet, but I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and I'll come back with the final look and also the swatches. All right, guys, I went ahead and zoomed you on out. This is the final look and oh my God, I love this so much. It's definitely something completely outside my comfort zone. I did pair it with a more bold lip. Usually when you do like a bold eye, you want to normally do like a more softer lip or vice versa. Or if you do a bold lip, you want to pair it with more of a nude soft eye. I'm the kind of person where I like to break all the makeup rules. I love a bold eye with a bold lip. I love that very sultry, like it makes a statement and I love that. And I love this. And for reference, I will list everything I used on my face in the description box. But I did use this Sephora cream lip stain in the shade 14. And I did not buy the gloss in this set, but I remember receiving this holographic, that is the word, holographic, what I was trying to say with the eyeshadow. Anyway, it's by the brand Appeal. It's a holographic lip gloss. It literally is fairly identical to the lip gloss that was in the Elsa collection. And I saw it in my my makeup stash right now when I was looking for a lip gloss because I'm super like a lip gloss girl and I love to put a gloss over all of my matte liquid lips. So this was the combo that I came up with. Again, I will have everything in the description box. And yeah, let's get started on the swatches. Okay, these are the swatches of the Elsa palette. It is a 9 eyeshadow palette. They do retail for $15. Starting on, I guess, your left side, the lightest shade in the palette is called Cuddle Close, followed by that kind of like a dusty muted pink color. It's called Fire. Northern Lights is the next one. It is like a champagne-y, like a lid shade. And then I think that next color is called Gale. It is like a purple frosted glittery lid shade. This is the shade Flurry, which is the glitter, like the full glitter, which is not intended for your immediate eye area, followed by the periwinkle blue, which is called Winter. This one is Awakened. It is kind of like a cranberry color, and it does have a little bit of glitter in it, but not anything that's like excessive. When you put it on your eye, it does not really show up at all. This one is actually my favorite one in the whole palette. It even swatches the most prettiest. It's called Ice Crystals. I love that shade. I think it's such a pretty like metallic silver shade. And then the last one in the palette is called Spindrift. It's just that really pretty like maroon, like deep burgundy plum shade. So yeah, this is the Elsa palette. I do think that they actually apply way better than they swatched. When I was swatching them, they don't really swatch as pigmented, but actually when you use them on the eyes, which is what counts the most, they are beautiful and wonderful shades. So that is the Elsa palette. I'm gonna go ahead and take a makeup wipe and see how they come off, if they stain or not. And they actually come off pretty well. The only one that seems to stain a little bit is the two like dark burgundy shades, which I think was Spindrift and Awaken. Everything else comes off really clean. Okay, so now these are the swatches of the Anna palette, and I can't actually wait to create a makeup look because they're super warm toned, exactly what you could use for everyday wear. To start off, the one on the farthest left is called Scooch In, which is actually very, very similar to the one that was in the Elsa palette. This one is like a rich, warm brown, and it is called Wind. This shade actually looks like one of the prettiest to me in the palette, and it's just a really rich, like true bronze gold shade, and it's called Earth. The next shade in there is like I don't know, like a metallic pinkish purple shimmery shade. It's called Adventure, which is that shade right there. This is the glitter shade in the palette that's not necessarily intended for the immediate eye area. It's called Arendelle. I do like it though. It's really, really pretty color. And then the purple in here is called Autumn Breeze. It's just a matte purple color. This color is almost like, again, like a dusty pink shade, but it seems to be a little bit deeper than the one inside the Elsa palette. It's almost like a mauve shade. It's called Winter Hugs. In the pan, it does have glitter, but it doesn't seem to come off when you do swatches. And then this is the orange shade. It's also matte. It's called Fearless. And then the last one is called Charade, which is a chocolate brown shade. So again, these are the swatches in the Anna palette. It's the same 9-pan palette for $15. That's what it retails. And they're very like definitely fall autumn colors, but on brand with who Anna is and her character. And I'm gonna take another makeup wipe and see if they stain or not. So that's one wipe. Oh, that one actually doesn't stain at all. You can kind of see a little bit of the chocolate color, which is called Charades. Other than that, they don't stain at all. That one's a lot easier. So out of the whole two palettes, really the only one that did stain were those two burgundy shades in the Elsa palette. But other than that, they all come off really, really well. Alright guys, this is the end of this tutorial / review of the ColourPop Elsa and Anna Frozen 2 collection. Did you pick up anything from the collection? If you did, what were your favorites? Did you like it? Did you not like it? I only picked up the two palettes because I feel like that is what I would probably use the most. The lipsticks were really, really pretty, but I do have a lot of lipsticks that are that shade, and the glosses again are really pretty, but they're just sheer glosses. Again, even though makeup is really, really beautiful, I try to limit myself to what I buy because you can easily spend so much money and get out of hand with your makeup collection with all the stuff that you end up collecting. And realistically, how much are you going to end up using it? But again, I am a huge Disney fan and I love ColourPop. I love their makeup, and these were just so pretty. I literally could not pass them up. And I really like how my makeup look came out. And if you did like it, please do give me a thumbs up. And again, please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I would love to have you here. And that's the end of this tutorial. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!